Hello, I'm Chris Boggs. I'm president of SEMPO, the Search Engine Marketing Professionals Organization. We're a nonprofit organization that provides education and awareness around search marketing and its related best practices. Today I'm going to be providing a sort of a state of the union for search engine marketing. Now, since I'm recording this in late March 2011, by the time you see this, maybe the entire union will have changed. That's the wonderful thing about search, is that it's a very fluid industry, and it's one of the things that keeps me involved and excited about it. I'm going to touch on three primary points. I think here in early 2011, we're focused on accountability. We're also focused on training and education. And of course, we're focused on testing and innovation. So let's talk about accountability first. Accountability is something that's becoming more and more required of search marketing, especially as C-level executives are starting to become more familiar with the importance and the nuances associated with search marketing. I'm talking about paid search, organic search, and really stretching across to more of an integrated marketing level to ensure that everything is well aligned and that it's working together towards the common conversion goal. So from an accountability perspective, what can we do in 2011? Here at Search Engine Strategies at the conference in late March of 2011, one of the presentations that I gave was around measuring ROI and confidently projecting ROI for search engine optimization. This is something that in years past has been a difficult task and frankly still is. Search is, as I mentioned before, very fluid. Things change, and search engine results pages are a landscape that can never be pictured the same on 2 days. The key is to fully measure not only your exposure, but also the performance of your listings that occur within search engine result pages. So analytics becomes extremely important. If your analytics aren't properly configured, you will not be able to provide that accountability that's required to really take search to the next level, to get the budget that you need to really reach that goal level of being on the same space or in the same neighborhood really as your competitors. So accountability, it measures down to analytics, but it also requires being very planning when laying out a baseline and benchmarking. So as you're setting goals for campaigns, both on the paid search side and on the organic search side, you should ensure that these will be attainable goals, but that they can also, of course, be measured. There's a lot of analytics platforms out there, some of which cost thousands and thousands of dollars, some of which are free, like Google Analytics. Each of these platforms allows us to closely measure the performance of our campaigns and the performance of our website to ensure that we're meeting the goals of not only search engines and being able to provide those listings to hopefully the right people, but also to those end users. Segmentation and targeting, these are things to consider as you're developing campaigns. In order to reach this accountability level, a certain amount of innovation is required. I think one of the big things to look for as we go forward into 2011, 2012, and beyond is leveraging consumer information, leveraging your target understanding, and really working that into your messaging that you're using both on the paid and the organic search side. So innovation really requires not only innovation of content, which we'll talk about here in a minute, but also innovation of the way that you're drawing people to the content. Take those metrics and the information that you discovered during your accountability phase and during your ongoing analysis of your performance and really bake it in, make it actionable. Bake it into what you're doing, do A/B testing, and so on and so forth, to ensure that your campaigns are new, vibrant, and able to effectively convert towards the end goals that you require. So innovation really, it's not only in the messaging, but it's also in the type of content that you're creating. For a long time, people have focused, especially on the search engine optimization, organic search side, on creating good HTML text-based content. This is something that is still very important, and of course, to a search engine spider that can only read text, will continue to be important. However, other types of content is becoming more and more easily identifiable by search engines. Videos and podcasts, for example, even though the search engine may not necessarily be able to fully trust exactly the content of the video, the links that are pointed to it can help it trust them. So as you're creating more and more unique content and more user-friendly content that is going to draw eyeballs, think about it in the way that if you create a video or an infographic, that you may be able to draw evangelists in the form of people that are linking to your domain or linking to your Facebook page or your Twitter account as a result of activity going on there. So really keeping in mind that innovation is based on developing new content that's very friendly to your user base and understanding why the target is going to benefit from this various types of digital assets, that will lead you to a point where you're going to create content that's relevant and that people are going to want to link to. So that's really, that's the crux, I believe, of innovation as we go further into 2011. I think one of the biggest things that we as an industry are lacking right now is a strong and a large number of educated and experienced people in search marketing. We're talking about paid search tactics, organic search, analytics, managing really the process. When people think about what kind of resources are needed to help our industry continue to grow and thrive, it's not just the subject matter experts, but it's also those project managers and having people that understand how to shepherd through the types of campaigns that are required in order to properly perform in a very competitive space. So what we'll find is that there's going to be a greater and greater premium on education in the search marketing space. I think Online Marketing Summit and Online Marketing Connect is just one of many of the great bastions of search marketing education out there, and it's going to continue to be very important for our industry, for people to be very participatory within this, because if we don't continue to grow in our core expertise and the sheer number of resources that are able to provide enterprise level solutions, what's going to happen is that there's going to be shortcuts taken, or there's going to be a lower quality level of implementations that are occurring as a result of recommendations. So it can, in a way, without education, we could almost bury ourselves. Not to sound dire, but it's important that people understand that controlling a paid search campaign or an organic search campaign is really, you're controlling, I think a lot of people forget this, but you're controlling that particular marketing manager's family life, right? I mean, if that person isn't performing optimally in their job, they may risk losing their job. So if you pull it back to what we're all about and what we're trying to do here, we are helping support someone else in helping deliver traffic and visitors and conversions to the website. So think about that from an ethical or a moral perspective and continue to want to grow. And that's, in my opinion, the crux of why we need further education, because if people are happy with a basic level of understanding and maybe using tactics that were very popular and common and effective a couple years ago, this could be something that becomes where the industry becomes stagnant, right? So what we just talked about, innovation and accountability, goes into that education factor. You have to make education be constant, it has to be unique, it has to be sort of self-evolving. You can't just read something, and this video, by the time you see this video, there's probably some things that I said in here that may be slightly outdated. That's how quick and fluid our industry is. So leveraging education and ongoing education is going to be the way that we really continue to provide innovation and performance for marketers that are using search engines to deliver important visitors to their website. So I know we've kind of gone off on a few subjects there, but accountability, innovation, and education are the key main points for 2011 in my belief. And my name is Chris Boggs. I'm president of SEMPO, and thank you for your time.